Item number 27, Resolution Public Hearing 19-95, amending the 2019 budgets related to solid waste.
And I think there has been some misinformation about this item, so I'd ask for a quick staff report from Ms. Bialis. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Councilmember Brenbowen and members of the City Council. My name is Ellen Bialis, and I'm the Administrative Programs Manager for the Department of Public Works. I'm happy to provide a little clarifying information about the budget amendment that is before you. Just to be clear, the amendment is not seeking any additional money for the program. The money for these changes is already within the solid waste fund. Residents will see no increase in their garbage bill or their annual fee of $24.60 related to these changes. Changes for staffing to the garbage program itself are coming from savings in print and advertising materials, and this change will allow for more one-to-one contact with residents. Transferring the amount of funds to DSI for the program will mean that we can eliminate our outside call center and will actually save the program additional funds. The transfer to real estate was always anticipated as part of the program, and so this just formalizes that transfer of funds within the budget. The amount for the payments to the haulers for the delinquent bills was also always anticipated as a part of the program. We are just formalizing it within the budget now that we have an idea of what that universe looks like. I'm happy to take any other questions that you may have.
And I appreciate that clarification. A lot of items that are 3:30 public hearing agenda that have to do with the budget are usually just changes within the budget and for technical reasons need to be recorded. So thank you for that. I appreciate your update. All right. I'm sorry. Did anyone else? Looked like there was no questions, but all right. This is a public hearing. Is there? This is a public hearing. If there's anyone here who would like to speak to this matter, they can come on up.
My name is Christine Wallstrom. I live on Selby Avenue. And I'm just questioning, even though, as this woman stated, that they already have the money in the Public Works Department for all of this for the garbage waste program that the City of St. Paul has taken over with. I think it's really poor budgeting. I think the money, instead of having this St. Paul garbage system that we now have, that we're forced to take on, should be applied, and that money could be better used to fix our roads. Our roads are a mess. To give us better plowing in the winter, to make better use of that money by doing the lines on the road. I mean, and this is just small public utilities items. I could come up with a long list, but instead we're taking money that we should be using for those things and applying it to this garbage system that we didn't need in the first place. And I don't think we should be giving anything in that budget. And so I'm not happy with providing new positions in this to increase and to cement the budget for the waste. And I would ask that you do not increase and do not allow this. I don't think we need it.
Thank you. And because our first testifier got going a little quick, I just wanted to let you know we have a total of 15 minutes for this public hearing. And if you could just introduce yourself before you testify, say where you live, and then when you're done, sign in. No, that's fine. You were jazzed and ready to go. I get it. But when you're done, if you could sign in. And again, we're just talking about this technical budget amendment. So that's our focus today.
Good. I first apologize for my warbly voice. I've got a tremor that hits me in my voice. So I'm Eric Lane. I live on Summit Avenue near Western. And so I'm in Councilmember Tao's district. I have looked at the budget numbers online. I do see that postage and printing is going down to offset increased costs in a variety of people answering phones, fixing problems, and so on. So those two numbers roughly offset each other. DSI is getting more money, postage is getting less, real estate's getting more, printing is getting less, and so on. So I've got a paper here, hopefully you can show that on the screen.
You have it sitting on for the projector?
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes if we just mention that, then the media services will put it up on the screen.
Okay, so later.
It should show up in just a second. You can
Okay.
get started.
Anyway, but I'm looking at last year in June, Councilmember Tolbert, his aide, sent out a budget breakdown for the $24.60 annual fee for each rental or each dwelling unit. And of that $24.60, $3.02 per year per dwelling unit was aimed for cash flow stabilization, which our understanding is basically pay the haulers for delinquent garbage bills. And so $3.02 multiplied by about 74,000 dwelling units comes out to $55,870 per year of income budgeted a year ago to cover delinquent bills from people like me who don't pay trash bills. And so what I'm wanting to point out to the council, hopefully you will take a hard look at this, the $55,000 per year expected income now has been paid, or by the end of this year, will have been paid twice. Once for last year on our property taxes, once for this year. So that will give the fund for paying haulers 2 years' worth of income by December of this year. The problem I see is shown up here as of right now. There's somewhere over 600,000, maybe only $500,000 of unpaid bills for 3 months. What about the next 3 quarters? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September of 2019. If people don't change their payment habits, that 500,000 estimated quarterly payment to the haulers will be way short of being covered by my $24.60 fee. It's going to be short after the first quarter, about $440,000. It's going to be short after the first year, about $1.7 million. So even though the money is moving from an existing fund into a current budget, which should be done, it has to be done. I don't oppose doing it, but I hope you will look out 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and take a look at why people are not paying trash bills. Personally, I have not paid my trash bill because as a multifamily owner, I am being billed for empty trash carts that are not needed. So I'll be talking to Ms. Mormon tomorrow about why I didn't pay my trash bill. I don't expect to win the case, but I will present my position. So thank you, and I will leave a copy of this with you so you can take a look at it.
Thank you so much, sir, and remember to sign in. If other people are here to testify, can we just see? I want to make sure that we don't run out of time. I stopped the timer. Okay. So you're the last person to testify tonight? Looks like it. Okay, welcome.
My name is Bruce Clark. I live over on Oakdale Avenue on the west side. And I'm concerned about this issue of the trash, obviously, from the t-shirt you can tell. And the ordinance you're describing today is accounting shifts. That doesn't concern me so much as just the basic program. I wonder in future years how you're going to backfill the amounts that were taken out of those original budgets to make up for the shortfall you're finding in dealing with the delinquencies. Like Eric, I'm a trash resistor. I won't pay my trash bill, and I'll let those fees amount. I'm also one of the main petitioners in the current lawsuit we have against you in the city for the trash program. And as you know, Monday we won our first court hearing against you. We're hoping May 9th we'll win the merits of the case, and we will follow this all the way up to the Supreme Court should you decide to appeal it that far. We have a lot of supporters in the city, and I think that if this issue goes to a referendum this fall, you're going to discover just how much opposition there was to this hideous program. In addition to the money you're juggling around today to backfill accounts for collecting delinquencies, and by the way, as of February, 11.5% of the city residents had not paid their trash bills for various reasons. I'm aware of the fact that last December you passed a final authorization to sell $4 million in bonds for new trash carts. So there's another added expense that we as St. Paul City citizens had to eventually pay for this ill-conceived program. So I hope you'll consider what your futures are in this city as you're coming up for election this fall. Because if this referendum is approved by the courts and does go through, you're not only going to have to answer to your constituents about the rightness of the program, you may find a lot of opposition candidates in your own individual wards who are going to hold you to account for your support of this program up to this date.
Please sign in. All right, is there anyone else here to testify on this item?
Motion.
What?
Motion to close the
Mr. Tolbert moves to close the public hearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion prevails.
Motion to approve?
And Mr. Tolbert moves to approve item 27. Is there any further discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion prevails.
6 in favor, no one opposed. The resolution is adopted.